The beginning of life wasted in the quiet little town of Elmswood. There lived a boy named Aaron. At 17, Aaron had everything he needed: loving parents, a comfortable home, and good health. But there was one thing missing: the will. To make the most of his time, Aaron's daily routine was a masterpiece of procrastination. He would wake up late, scroll through his phone for hours, eat breakfast at noon, and then wander aimlessly between his room and the living room couch. His parents often reminded him about schoolwork, but he always replied with the same sentence: "I'll do it later. I have plenty of time." That phrase became his life's motto. Homework, later chores, later dreams. Later, the first warning one Sunday morning, Aaron's father, Mr. Cooper, decided to have a serious talk with him. Sitting across from Aaron at the breakfast table, he placed a small glass jar on the table and filled it with large stones. "Do you see this jar, Aaron?" he asked. Aaron nodded lazily. "These big stones represent the most important things in your life: your education, health, and relationships. Now watch." Mr. Cooper poured small pebbles into the jar, filling the spaces between the big stones. These pebbles are the smaller things: hobbies, entertainment, small tasks. Finally, he poured fine sand into the jar, filling the tiny spaces left. This sand represents the trivial things, like wasting time on meaningless activities. If you put the sand in first, there's no room for the big stones. But if you put the big stones first, everything else fits. Aaron shrugged. "Cool story, Dad," he said, then went back to scrolling through his phone. The turning point: a month later, Aaron's school announced a regional science competition. His best friend, Ryan, immediately signed up and urged Aaron to join too. "It could be fun, and there's a scholarship prize," Ryan said excitedly. Aaron thought about it but decided, "I have plenty of time. I'll sign up later." Days passed, then weeks. Finally, when Aaron went to sign up, the registration had closed. Ryan, meanwhile, worked day and night on his project. When the results came, Ryan not only won first place but also earned a full scholarship to a prestigious university. That night, Aaron lay awake, feeling a pang of regret for the first time. It was as if he could see the door of opportunity closing in front of him. The wake-up call one summer afternoon. Aaron's grandfather, who lived in the countryside, invited him over. Grandpa was a man of discipline, always up at dawn, always busy with something meaningful. When Aaron arrived, his grandfather handed him an old-fashioned pocket watch. "This watch belonged to your great-grandfather," he said. "It has one rule: it stops working when the owner wastes too much time." Aaron laughed. "Is that even possible?" Grandpa smiled. "Not literally, but you'll see." That night, Aaron set the watch on his nightstand and stayed up late watching random videos online. The next morning, when he picked up the watch, the time was wrong. It had stopped at 3:15 a.m. His grandfather simply said, "It's trying to tell you something." The lesson in the fields. The next day, Grandpa took Aaron to the wheat fields. The sun was rising, casting golden light over the land. "Aaron," Grandpa began, "this field doesn't wait for anyone. If I don't plant seeds at the right time, I can't harvest later." Time works the same way in life. If you don't use it wisely, you lose it forever. They spent the day working in the field, planting, watering, and repairing fences. At first, Aaron grumbled, but slowly, he began to feel something he hadn't felt before: sense of accomplishment. The transformation when Aaron returned home. He made a decision. He would stop saying later and start saying now. He created a schedule, woke up early, and began tackling his schoolwork before touching his phone. He read books, exercised, and even helped his parents without being asked. At first, it was hard. Old habits whispered to him, "You can relax. Do it tomorrow." But he remembered his grandfather's watch and Ryan's victory. He refused to waste any more time. The reward: a year later, Aaron entered the same regional science competition. This time, he worked day and night, planning every step carefully. When the results were announced, Aaron didn't just win, he broke a record for the highest score in the competition's history. The scholarship he earned opened doors to a top university. As he stood on the stage, holding his trophy, Aaron thought of his father's jar, his grandfather's watch, and the golden wheat fields. He had learned that time, once gone, could never return, but if used wisely, it could build a future beyond imagination. The final message: Aaron later gave a speech at his school. Time is life's most valuable currency. You can't store it, you can't borrow it, and you can't get it back. Every moment you waste is a piece of your future you throw away. Don't be like "I was waiting for tomorrow." Be the person who acts today. And with that, Aaron became a living reminder in Elmswood that the value of time is not in how much we have, but in how we choose to spend it. Moral of the story: time waits for no one. Every second is an opportunity to build your dreams. Waste it, and it's gone forever. Use it, and you can create a future worth living for.